So,
you know, I thought the Smash community agreed a long time ago on one simple truth. No Johns, man. No
yeah, Rob Joker, this is the classic. Also, both of them have ages in their back pocket they need to, but I don't think they will.
You know, Mercury
switch.
also has almost the entire rest of the roster in their back
That's
pocket.
also true. His fundamentals are insane, but I don't think he's going to do it against John, particularly here due to the fact that I feel like the Joker will be the best pick.
And
in
you know,
this situation.
and Mercury, right? The story between these two players is, I think, a relatively interesting one in that, you know, John has very much been consistently getting better in the last multiple months, and while Mercury has still been doing very well in the Philly scene, hasn't necessarily been as active or traveled nearly much as John has. So the question is, can the top of the heap defend here, or out of area, not out of region, or are you going to get caught out by the sauce from John, who has been playing out of his mind today, frankly?
Yeah, for sure. Only losing to Webb, too, so...
Yeah, that one, you know, and it's not like Webb plays Alpha all the time or anything, right? Like, you know, it's not like he has the best matchup practice in the world. Well, to take that down, so John definitely someone that you are terrified to see here, even to make it to this point, but it's atop a qualifier, one that Mercury actually is seeded to make through loser's side. So it's going to be interesting, right? Does this go according to plan, or does it continue the trend of the first stock and just slip through Mercury's fingers?
We'll see, but right now, John having a pretty solid lead, but Arsene is active right now. But the back air, though, 72% enter credit and a little bit of Arsene already gone. Looking really good for John for the first time.
I love that down air, though, right? Just trying to find the tech into the grab, missing the first time, found the cleanup on the second one, and just like that, hey, Arsene almost gone. I hit you once. Guess what, buddy? It's an even game.
Yes, sir. That's how Joker be sometimes. John need to find a way to bring this momentum back, because it went from him having the full momentum, taking the first stock early, into Merc just coming back with ease.
Now Mercury, right, jumping over, finding just the forward tilt, right, that poke, the classic MPK layer, right, full hop over, forward tilt you back, try and find it time and time again, cleaning up the stock. No Arsene needed. Now you have 2/3 of that meter while up a stock to move in the next one, racking up an advantage state here to will potentially just allow you to close it out. And even if you just have to play neutral, even if you have to bust out the Rebels guard defensively here, guess what? You still just get to do so much damage.
Yup.
He got down tilted, it DI'd it up and got over the gyro. So that was insane. I've never seen that before.
Never. I was immediately thinking, oh, he's just going to die to up smash.
I've never seen R.O.B try to beat move someone in the gyro and get sent over it, nor have I seen someone really just hard commit to that dare there when their opponent is still looking at them at eye level. Oh, but Mercury bringing this one back, right? Slow start, but all of a sudden, Jocelyn starting to let it slip through their fingers. John here now pushing, trying to find a way in, and it's Mercury's own impatience to close out the stock that is letting John get these hits, but with Arsene online, it is a terrifying time to be on the stage.
For sure. We're coming down to the last hit, but you do have Arsene in effect. Get this up air, and oh, he's not going to get it.
Yeah, just out of the percent with that DI to find it, but gonna line up the spike, bring it 1, 2, and all the way down to the depths, my friend. Because John almost let it slip away.
Yeah,
almost. But hey, man, close only matters in horseshoes and hand grenades. And guess what? He came away with the victory regardless.
For sure. Overall, great stuff from John. Not slipping that away, getting the game, finishing the job. But that was very scary, I will admit.
Like, where do you go? Like, what do you do? Like, the issue there too is, if you're a Joker, if you don't have Arsene, he lives though. He just delays his tether. But you can't do that with Arsene and up special, right? That's the downside of Arsene, even pre-nerf, right? When he gets hit, so he loses it faster. It wasn't always like that. People forget nowadays what it was like back when this character released. But Arsene has always been, okay, everything is good about him. His recovery can go a far distance, but it's very linear, right? It's much easier to exploit than that tether. But Mercury now says it's a new game. We're just going to reset. We're going to keep this patient. We're going to rinse and repeat you 10 at a time all the way up to 80. Just good old funky gameplay.
Yup, and this is without Arsene too. Which is another key thing in this matchup is, again, when you get Arsene, and if you have Arsene early, then yeah, you can come back, but then you're going to lose it during the time that you need to get a kill. But if you get it late, then it's just straight up terrifying to deal with.
Joshua, they're looking for a back air, not going to find it, and the F tilt is not going to close this out yet either. Those guns plus some drift, great call out from John, going to mean the laser comes in, but a back air soon to follow, and Mercury able to get a lead, but potentially not any extra credit unless you can find your way back down. Rob's so scary in these situations, but is not able to close it out yet. However, the spin to win, that one's going to do it.
Yup, and only 13% extra credit too, so he's just right back in this game.
Great, great.
Oh, nice little combo off of his Nair, and now he's had the lead. Oh my goodness. Oh, high recovery?
Yeah, and I love the up toss there to boot, getting to play with the items 7 ways to Sunday, but Mercury still making it through the onslaught back to stage 8, trying to scrap and scramble their way to victory here, but there's only so much I can do. The impatience, right, that we talked about with Bonk has also been Mercury's bane, right? We saw it against DeVito over in top 32 on winner's side, and now here on loser's side, Mercury has fought their way all the way to the top 8 qualifier, but really at the end of the day, she just hasn't been able to maintain the patience required long enough to close it out, and the LaFable coming out.
Oh, Lord.
That's an infinite, by the way.
Yeah, unfortunately, not. How much percent was that? Like 20?
Yeah, doesn't do that much. You got to do a lot of reps, but hey, making it happen, right?
Yup.
You don't see that one in bracket very often anymore.
Okay, Persona at 28.
Yep, and if you can find that here, right, this is absolutely huge. The gun trying to look for an aerial, but instead just the raw smash attack. That is the Mercury special. He's finding any and every opportunity to sneak in and up smash for those early stocks. But now Arsene going away, right? John has one objective here. Don't get hit. Let this Arsene tick away. Once that happens, you can take as many hits as you want. You're at 0. But now, and this is it. But the Rebels guard
back to back
out. Yeah, he just held it. Right, you gyro, you try and catch them, releasing the Rebels guard with the frame trap into the rotor arm. But nah, Mercury just committed and is gonna reap the benefits.
Yup, and now he's about to get Arsene too.
Hold on, that's 2 Arsenes in 15 seconds. But you gotta get out of the match first. We've seen Mercury with the insane match and STI earlier today, but being able to maintain it this far in bracket, especially being here on loser's side right now for, I believe, 2, this is maybe their 2nd or 3rd set on loser's side, if I can do math right.
I believe
means
so.
that's a lot of stamina, right? That's a lot of sets you played today to be able to keep up that match consistently. But Josh then recognizing it, John, right, just putting you off stage for the positioning, and now Arsene going away. Last hit situation, you're gonna maybe have it unless you get the DI right. Mercury gonna have one more chance.
Maybe. Actually, no. No. Oh, no, he missed.
Yep, you have it, and there it is, right? That's the difference from before. Or with Arsene, there's no surviving that. However, with the tether, you can just wait.
True. Now you're
pile driver, yeah, barely gonna catch you on the platform. And if you had missed that platform, man, Mercury's living. He's living. They're living. You know. But down now 2-0. What is it with today? What is it with these top 8 qualifiers on loser side, man? They're all 2-0s. They're all 2-0s, and then they're, hey, we're gonna try and reverse 3-0 you. They all start 2-0.
I mean, this one's going to be interesting. It depends on Mercury's mental. If he can get momentum in Game 3, I can easily see this will be a reverse 3-0. Okay, one thing John has is his mental sometimes, especially if he like blown games, can just go haywire.
So what I will tell you is this. Mercury and I talked about what we were going to do when top 8 started. Mercury didn't make top 8. Knowing Mercury was seeded to make top 8, which was, we carpooled to this event together, right? And we got a 2-hour drive back to Philly. I'm gonna be real. I want to go home, but because it's a long drive. But I also really, really want to see Mercury make this reverse 3-0, because I'm gonna be real. If this is how they go out of the tournament, and I'm a little scared to be in the car with them.
Fair enough. Understandable.
I'm just kidding around, y'all, but Mercury certainly coming out to a strong start here, right? Playing both very disciplined and defensive, but we haven't seen those guns on approach yet all set long, one of Joker's best defensive tools. But we're still seeing the execution come through, right? We're not seeing that high octane that we're used to seeing from Merc, or falter. The question is just, is it going to be enough against a John who's been playing some of the best we've seen him play?
Ooh, the down throw. Not going to get up tilt, though. This is I feel like this is going to be a very important stock for Merc, but he gets the deal anyway.
Beautiful positioning, too, right out from under the edge of the platform to give yourself the position to either dash back under, dash out, keep yourself ambiguous, and then line it up, but getting caught out on that antsy decision-making immediately after. So that back air gonna close it out, and now Jocelyn has a huge X-Factor opportunity. You push them off stage, you can force a little recovery, you might be able to make something happen, but instead it's gonna be Merc's turn and Arsene online here. If you can keep that pressure, but instead having to back off, and so now Jocelyn able to stabilize, at least for a second here, but that percent is ticking up. Arsene online, this percent, this stock, right? Not long for this world unless you can just get out of this scary, scary situation here at ledge.
Ooh, okay, we're still back on the ledge for John. You need to get out of there, but the back air from Mercury will take the stock, and now having a lead with Arsene as well, this is a perfect opportunity to get a lot of extra credit here, and he is.
Well, the one reset into the second one on platform, Mercury's starting to cook, right? We haven't really seen those long extended platform combos so far in any of his sets here on this FalconiaGG or FalconiaGG side stream. But when it comes to push comes to shove, right back against the wall, this is where players are made and players are broken. And Mercury looking to push us to a game number 4, but Rob is one big metal boy.
For sure, I thought for sure you were gone, but you still have another chance to live. But the back throw, can Merc finish it out with maybe a back air?
No, we're gonna see one more interaction, one more chance. Remember that not only do you, if you miss that, right, you have another stock. It wasn't even close to closing it out, and it looks like actually, from what I see up on the screen in front of me, it looks like that while we're finishing up side top 8 qualifiers here, they're taking some advantage. And they're actually just starting winner side top 8 right off the bat.
I respect it.
Yeah, man, you got to make up that schedule time somehow. Right, brackets run behind when everything goes game 5, stuff happens. But hey, when you got an opportunity to make some of it up, why the heck not? Merc really locked in that game, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And this is where I say the momentum from John, not the greatest that I've seen.
That F smash, that positioning, super smart. You're under the edge of the platform, right? So that prevents them from landing on top of you with an air or something. They have to land in front of you with a forward air, a neutral air, or a back air. However, if they forward air or neutral air, and they're too low to back air you, so that if they forward air or neutral air you, because of where you are relative to the platform positioning, it lanes them into falling on you in a specific space, which then when you hurtbox shift back the F smash, while you're charging it and leaning back like that, those aerials actually miss you and you can whiff punish their landing anyways. So Merc with a beautiful positioning to close out that game, and kind of just what was a secret checkmate scenario.
For sure, and now game number 4, I feel like this is a do or die scenario for John. Wow, I thought we could go for S-Smash, but the side beam. Maybe for more damage?
Oh, Merc trying to get the item combos. This thing could get out of hand real fast, but instead just gonna let it go to keep the advantage. They go in the old-fashioned way. 40% racking it up, keeping it back. Hey, the thing is, when Arsene gets here early, yeah, brings the percent back, but then he goes away. You gotta take those stocks and work a little bit harder for them, but at least you can bring it back. At least you're never out of that lead for long.
For sure. Oh, try to get the up smash, trying to call out him landing, but not go get it.
Oh, that was so unfortunate. He mashed super, did you see that interaction? He mashed super fast. Joshua then jumped early to call it out with the rotor arm, but because Mercury had just jumped and was not pressing any other button, got the iframes off of Arsene coming out. What a weird interaction.
For sure. But now with Jonathan with a lead, how much extra can he get at this point? R.O.B bringing out Arsene. Nice call out with the side B. Mercury dropping shield, so now at this point, this is not looking too good for him.
And this is a question, right, once again, of sustained momentum. We saw the flashes from Mercury versus DeVito in winner's side, but here on losers, hasn't been able, just like in winners, to really link that play together consistently so far. This is the opportunity now. No Arsene, but 65 means that if you could find an advantage state here, you are very likely to see a second one this stock. Finding more than one Arsene a stock, right, is really how you come back from a deficit here as Joker. But the margin for error at 119 is slim to none. Once again, not pushing buttons, getting the iframes and popping out of the down smash.
That was huge.
Bro, Mercury, I swear to God, Mercury might be the best Joker I've ever seen it using those iframes intentionally.
For sure, and that might actually save his run, depending on certain.
Absolutely. Especially if you can find it again. Well, he drift across him too, and Jonathan wasn't ready for it. Right? The mix there of the drift and the hurt box shift just was a little bit too much. Caught him off guard, snagged him across the gyro too, and trying to pick it up, but just barely missing it. That might be the break Jonathan needs, but here John trying pressure in the corner. The FL gonna reset you, and if Mercury can find the stock first, that could be huge, but the back air barely catching it, and John holds on. Man, he needs to find some extra credit to feel safe here though.
Yeah, if you don't have extra credit here, I am not confident going into the final stop.
Nope, Mercury though pulling the trigger on that F smash. John finally ready for one of them, and that back air not even gonna come close with Outrage or Arsene. But now that Daddy's home, the percent is high, the kill buttons are online, but already 5 seconds later and it's half gone, but it's not gonna matter. You're just hoping that they come off the Angel Plat soon enough that maybe you can get a hit or two, maybe you can get 30-40% in and make this lead smaller.
Yup, and now this is do or die. In my opinion, do or die time for John.
That was crazy, by the way. He tried to catch the drift in with a back in there. That man just went to send it off the one interaction entirely.
Yeah. Oh, no. That is! Wow!
And that was so unfortunate. He caught him dashing back towards center stage there by burner boosting, or by up specialing by burnering past ledge and doing a nair right out of it. Which, remember, Anathema recently found that, hey, in the game code, they're not